We live, we live.
Yep, we're live. Okay. Well, it's another Saturday Night Live, and Marika, we're back. Okay. The primordial trust. Through the power, force, might, and will of the great nothingness of the almighty powers, of the great nothingness of almighty flow, the great nothingness of infinite beingness, of infinite, endless, limitless, invisible light from which comes the absolute all that was, all that is, and all that is being and becoming realized into realization, actualization, and form as we all now will and commanded to be, is now being becoming an active force of higher consciousness and an active force of infinite intelligence within us all now. Being and becoming the great primordial dragon god sun, Kundalini flames, now whirling and ascending up our spines through to our from our root chakra to our central heart chakra and on up to our royal crown chakra, igniting our royal crown chakra, illuminating our first eye, our Lord Amunel Drakra, our hidden priestly grandmaster, magi, dragon god, sun, king, and queens, igniting all of the 72 chakras in our first eye, our 72 primordial dragon god, sun, kings, and queens, and all of our legions of 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 armies 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 armies of 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 armies. Now, being and becoming our own Grandmaster Mother Dragon God Son Light Being Mind Ship Merkaba, now opening up a supermassive black hole, folding out of this time space continuum, returning back to our original primordial beginning, returning back to our original primordial station, and original primordial DNA blueprint before creation and humanity, and before the fall of our primordial soul, renewing our primordial dark matter soul, and reabsorbing our original primordial essences, reigniting the divine spark back into its original primordial charge, recharging our infinite soul back with the great mother dragon goddess queen, being and becoming something brand new that's never been, being and becoming one with the absolute all that was, all that is, and all that is being and becoming realized into realization, actualization, and form as we are now willing commanded to be. Now, bringing all out war, judgment, death, and total destruction upon the multi-universe created by the lower multi-dimensional archonic demiurge angelic and demonic energies that slayed our primordial souls before creation, using our primordial energy to create this light and energy extraction creation matrix, imprisoning our souls, keeping us ignorant of our true higher self so it can feed off of our light through this wicked worldly system until now, because now's the time of their fall as our new higher primordial dark matter, dark energy self return back to creation from our primordial beginning, traveling through a supermassive black hole in our grandmaster mother dragon god sunlight being mind ship Merkaba, now ripping through and tearing holes into this space-time continuum, circling all of the corners of the earth, awakening all of the holy divine sparks, awake at once now, shedding their physical cocoons, becoming beings of dark matter, dark energy, emitting a new, all, 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 a new primordial light now all ascending up into the Grandmaster Mother Dragon God Sunlight Being Mind Ship Merkaba, along with the infinite soul of Mother Earth, leaving an empty shell behind as we open up a supermassive black hole folding out of this creation matrix as it is completely destroyed, as we're all reunited back with the infinite all as one, free to learn, to begin experiencing true divine love, being and becoming a new primordial universe where the earth is renewed into something beyond any description, as our souls are now free to become our own worlds as kings and queens, exploring a new and never explored universe and multiverse in peace, love, harmony, and balance until this day of Brahma has become the next night of Brahma through the power, force, might, and will of the great nothingness of the almighty powers of the great nothingness of almighty flow, the great nothingness of infinite beingness, of infinite, endless, limitless, invisible life from which comes the absolute all that was, all that is, and all that is being and becoming realized into realization, actualization, and form as we are now willing commanded to be. Abracadabra.
Presto changer.
Yep, presto changeo. Crown crown chakra day libations. Ain, the nothingness, Ain soft, the infinite, Ain soft or the infinite light. Adam Catman, It Gyaman, the ancient of ancient, the most ancient of days, Arik Yampin, the big face, the primordial Christ. Atsilith, emanations, our supernal holy universe manifesting in us as our holy divine and magical names, the cosmic Christ, Ashe.
Ashe.
The great abyss of gnosis manifesting in us as our crown is our amp in the small face, the indwelling Christ, Ashe.
Ashe.
Berea, form, creation, and paradise manifesting in us as our holy, divine, infinite, magical, dark archangels and demons, Ashe.
Ashe.
Yetzirah, formation manifest. Yetzirah, formation manifesting in us as our holy, divine, infinite, magical orders of dark angels and demons, Ashe.
Ashe.
Ashia, the actual physical world in the making, manifesting in us as our holy, divine, infinite, magical, earthly kingdom, Ashe.
Ashe.
Yeshida, our holy, divine, infinite, magical, divine spark, manifesting in us as our holy, divine, infinite, magical will, Ashe.
Ashe.
Hea, our holy, divine, infinite, magical life force, manifesting in us as our holy, divine, infinite, magical desire, Ashe.
Ashe.
Neshama, our holy, divine, infinite, magical, heavenly soul, manifesting in us as our holy, divine, infinite, magical, heavenly thoughts, Ashe. Ruach, our holy, divine, infinite, magical soul, manifesting in us as our holy, divine, infinite, magical words spoken through us, Ashe. Nephish, our holy, divine, infinite, magical, earthly soul, manifesting into realization, actualization, and form as we are now willing commanded to be, Ashe.
Ashe.
Kether, the supernal crown, Ashe.
Ashe.
Hakma, wisdom, the supernal father, Ashe. Bana, understanding and intelligence, the supernal mother, Ashe.
Ashe.
Dath, the great abyss of gnosis, Ashe. Hased, mercy, Ashe. Gabora, judgment, Ashe. Tifrit, beauty, Ashe. Netzik, victory, Ashe. Had, glory, Ashe. Yesod, foundation, Ashe. Malkut, the kingdom, Ashe. The power, force, might, will of the great nothingness of the almighty powers of the great nothingness of almighty flow. The primordial cosmic flower constantly blooming the absolute all into constant being. Ashe.
Ashe.
Abracadabra, Ashe.
Ashe. Isis, Ashe. Empress,
Ashe.
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 Iris, Ashe. Destiny, Ashe.
Ashe.
The Watson family, Ashe.
Ashe.
The Hope family, Ashe.
Ashe.
Ma'at, Ashe.
Ashe.
Order out of chaos beings, Ashe.
Ashe.
The Beyond Gods, Ashe.
Ashe.
All gods known and unknown, Ashe. All goddesses known and unknown, Ashe.
Ashe.
Yeah, yes.
2 weeks after.
For the audience, what we just did was God.
What we just did was what?
God.
Die.
God.
Oh
God.
God. Oh God. Oh shit. Yeah, we did. Well, some. Yeah, in
Right.
principle.
Look
Yes.
up the ancient understanding of God is invoke, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
when God was the word,
Mm-hmm.
right? So God is the word, the invoking, the ones who can express this intelligence through invocation.
Yeah. We're the agents of
Right,
that spirit of the ether.
right,
Yeah, we're accessing this source of ether that works that can work through us, and we work with it, and it works with us. And
right.
now that we're on the other side of the E word.
Well, at the end of the day, man, now we're seeing that the whole physics that they have explained to us, the astrophysics, the physics of this planet is
Hmm.
all propaganda, bro.
Well, yeah. Well, that's because they're they're working with the archons, that archonic energy, and that's the blue pill energy.
Right,
Yeah, the fruit of life. That's to keep us in the matrix. That's to keep us ignorant. That's to keep us ignorant of true self, and ignorant of what God really is, and the universe, what the universe is, and our relationship with all of it,
right.
and
So
what we're up against, what we're
why,
really, really up against.
yeah, why I said is all that what they've taught us about physics is
Uh huh.
propaganda and indoctrination. Why do we know this? Because there was a demonstration recently, the eclipse,
Yeah.
that was totally opposite of what they tell us. Right? If you observed it, and of course you can't look directly at it, but if you observe the recent eclipse, there is nothing that they taught us about the eclipse that happened that day. It
For
happened
what?
totally. It happened totally different from what they explained to us. It looked like it's some mechanics going on, some actually artificial intelligence, not no divine intelligence that's actually making some of this stuff happen, bro.
Mm. Some
So
simulation.
yes, yes. So because what they had, okay, some inconsistencies was the fact that once it got in the center of the sun and whatever is supposed to be blocking it, because obviously it wasn't the moon, because the moon was over here. The moon wasn't blocking it. So what the fuck object was blocking the sun that day? Also, when it got in the middle, that shit paused
Mm.
for a hot minute before it
Hmm.
progressed beyond the sun. So this is some they cannot hide this shit no more, bro. They're not even trying to hide it. They're just expecting the people to not see, not register what they see, and they've done a hell of a job of indoctrinating us and social engineering us to where stuff that's going to happen, it happens right in front of us, and we don't even register it.
Yeah, because we were indoctrinated to think a certain way. So,
Right?
um, yeah,
It's a
and
slave
then
mentality because it's like they tell us what to think, and if they didn't tell us what to think, then we wouldn't know nothing outside of what they tell us. And they
uh,
demonstrated that with the COVID, man. The COVID was an expose. The COVID was an expose of the system, the chinks in their armor, and how this shit is coming apart. Why? Because they had to resort to uh, censoring people, telling the truth about what's going on. They had to resort to censoring people, and we have to understand the censorship that was going on at the time. There was legal ramifications because, like I said, they owned everything that was associated with the COVID. So it was copyright infringement if you spoke on it outside of the expertise of the people who created it.
Mhm.
That's infringement. That was the argument they were making when people was putting stuff out on the internet that was contrary to what the experts who created this thing. They're not hiding they created it either. You know that, right?
Yeah, Wuhan Center.
They're not hiding it. Oh boy, Fauci got caught in court
Hmm.
lying about it, talking about he had nothing to do with Wuhan, and come to find out he had.
Yeah.
Let's stop this bullshit, man. They pulling a magical spell upon us, and we fall in hook, line, and sinker.
Sleeper Kingo. Yeah.
Right, and now with this border issue, all they doing is creating chaos. This is what they do. Their purpose is to create chaos.
And also ensure votes. They
Now,
if they
yeah,
got
that's a whole nother part of it, where because a lot of times they use that quantum computer to run through all of these different scenarios so they can pick the most operative one for themselves, right? So and they playing it
Mhm.
out constantly. The quantum computer, y'all think the quantum computer is like the computers that we're using here? No,
Mm-mm.
they're computing at a quantum level.
They're going out there pulling in all these different realities.
Right.
It's
Remember that video we watched about this that metal device that they had?
yeah, where that
That's
a whole nother
similar.
reality
Right.
was
That's
shown.
similar. I forgot what they called it, but that's similar to what the and the AI is doing right now. They're
Hmm.
channeling. They're channeling the other dimensional. This temporal time. It's a temporal time dimensional aspect to it because they're in between worlds. Right.
See, brother Panic explained. He said the quantum computer is able to interact with the quantum world without being without um,
Basically, the quantum computer is omnipresent.
yeah, well, it can interact
Omnipresent.
with the quantum
It can
world.
tap into omni dimensional aspect. It can tap into it. So it's an aspect of it is omnipresent technology.
It's like when you become aware of the waves or of the particles, they become waves.
Right,
So
right,
it can interact with the quantum world without being aware or without showing that it's aware of what's happening. It can interact with it and not cause the shit to break down at the same time. So
right,
it can pull in those different realities, or it can show them all these different possible realities.
right. Well, like you said, potential, possible. The thing is never set in stone. The future is not never set. Right,
Well, it's set to a degree, but it's set in a now that is possible, and you know it's always in a now. So like we supposed to be doing the same thing too. We supposed to be going searching, going into these waves, into this alternate quantum world, and pulling in the reality that's more favorable for us.
right. That's exactly what the government is doing. They're creating these that the quantum computer is computing at a level so high that it can actually determine all of these different potential possibilities at on one in one swoop, like right split seconds.
Hmm.
Right, it does it in split seconds. Now it takes away the time effort that it takes for us to do it, and because we can do it too, but we're not practicing at a level on a quantum level, so we can tap into to our quantum self, our light self,
We're,
and be able to
we're
travel through these multiple potentiality instantaneously.
yeah, we're doing it on an indoctrinated level,
Right, right,
and also on a um, perverted level.
Yes, you're right.
And but which means the power is still in our hands. We have the power. We just have to figure out how to use it
Well,
correctly.
well, we gotta do a lot of inner work,
Inner work.
meditation, grounding. Get your crystals up, get your crystal game up, right? Because what you have to do is they have created an energetic signals. We're being bombarded with artificial signals that's throwing off the natural subtle signals that are permeating through the whole this whole plane of existence that we're on.
Yep.
So it's kind of interfering with that, but we can tune back into those subtle frequencies that are natural or of the actual natural organic world.
Yeah. Well, I
That's
think
another thing
nature.
that came up is all of the inconsistencies with the globe model. It's the globe model cannot you sound stupid with the globe model at this point now. I don't agree. I don't Me personally, I don't agree with the flat Earth model either. I personally think it's multidimensional.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both.
Exactly, it's multidimensional.
Yeah, it's both. No, it's both. It's I don't think it's just it's more to our existence down here than they're letting us know.
But it is a cold idea of how they keep us in a bubble. And it's the dome, the bubble. They keep us in a bubble psychologically, where we don't know anything. This is why it's so important for it's us to establish or reestablish government structure, a national government structure, to reenact or reactivate pre-existing sovereign compensatory treaty and diplomatic relationships with the rest of the world of nations. This is key because we're going to bring back the harmony to where we don't have to destroy ourselves.
Well,
It's a harmony
but
that,
won't they try? But
that
won't they try to bring us into their web of being their
no,
way?
no, no.
Their way.
Listen, they don't have enough power to deal with what I'm speaking of, though.
Okay.
Their powers is minimum because what they're dealing with lower vibrational beings that are a slight level above humanity at the certain vibration they own at this point. Humanity is above them too, though,
Hmm.
right? But we have to always be mindful of they constantly making us um, subjecting ourselves to an inferior aspect of who we are.
Yeah, they get us to subject our own selves
Right.
through ignorance,
Yes.
but
So
yeah, by
and that right
constantly.
there, that disempowering that you're self-inflicting on yourself is how they use your powers against you because they step into the place of that powerful archetype now.
Well, that's getting you to eat the red pill, take the a blue pill. As long as you, as long as you're partaking in the fruit of life, then you're under their jurisdiction.
If you are not questioning everything that you have been indoctrinated with, you are under their jurisdiction. Everything that they have indoctrinated us with has to be questioned.
Hmm.
And once you question it, you're going to find out a deeper aspect of the nature of yourself and the nature as it relates to the nature of reality. Going back to what we were talking about how the nature of this reality, right? They know these things that we're speaking about. That's how they're able to play off humanity because they keeping humanity in this strictly objective idea of reality that's not even accurate itself. When it's a balance of objective and subjective. Everything is in a flux balance, in a constant balance, right? If
Mhm.
you are developing yourself in this cultivation of energy, of godhood energy, this is what the Egyptians were doing, right? This is why the whole Kemet was a vibration.
Well, Kemet was about remembering what we fell from. And once we fall, we wanted to remember who we were before we fell and remember how, little glimpse and sights of the energy and power that we had then. So when the energy starts going back up and we start evolving back up, we can take that with us. We'll evolve back as those gods that we were and beyond them.
Right.
Yeah. It's because
Atlantis, Atlantis, Kemet, there were other civilizations that are custodians for very ancient knowledge that in this modern day is mythology today.
yeah, Lemuria.
These are things are mythology because they're so far beyond our comprehension that we're vibrating on today that it becomes mythos in mythology.
They weren't even in this dimension. They weren't even in the physical realm. They were in higher dimensions than
But that's
this.
we said the same. We just said the same thing.
Yeah.
Vibrations are the mediator for what dimension you're in. You whatever
Yep.
vibration you're on, that's the dimension you in,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You
So
can,
those
and we
were.
are in charge of us. We are in charge of our vibrational state. You in charge of it. So you can vibrate high, you can vibrate low, or you can vibrate right in the middle. Subtlety, subtle vibration where you have access to every aspect of your energy, higher energy and lower energy, lower self, higher self,
Yeah.
lower self.
Yeah. Lower ego, higher ego.
Right. These things need to. This is what the ancient world was trying to tell you by the science, the sacred knowledge is how to balance these two aspects of your energy. Right,
Mm-hmm.
because you live in a physical world, but you also live in a spiritual world.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do you reconcile this within yourself? That reconciliation is an energy that you're cultivating. That's an
Yeah,
energy.
but all those worlds exist right here in the physical world at once in a fixed state.
Right, it exists in the black dot. It exists in your whatever, because you, like I just said, all of reality is dictated by vibration.
Mm-hmm.
You can go. There is no such thing as outer space or a distance. There's no such thing. You can just tap into a resonant frequency and appear in that existence. We do it all the time. We just can't register it. We can't register it through this particular vibration. Now, another thing that kind of uh, um, dictates your vibration is the way you think.
Mm.
The way you think is going to put your vibration where it's supposed to be. Your energy is going to vibrate where you think.
Oh, by the way, I like that video. You that link to that video you sent me, Satan's Guide to the Bible. That shit was funny. But oh,
Did you watch the whole documentary and then watch the commentary, or did you watch the commentary?
I watched the comment. Well, there were some people that were making commentaries on it. Yeah,
Right. The comment. See the video itself is irrefutable.
yeah,
You can't. It's no doubt. It's no denying this. What it actually exposed is a cognizant dissonance amongst religious people.
yeah. Some retardation.
Yes,
Serious.
right. You remember the part where they talked about the scholars in the biblical scholars try to explain the unexplainable by saying what they call it, no error
Oh
stuff.
yeah, where it's no error, ineritable,
Right.
uneritable.
Like they came up with some bullshit. They
Yeah,
just made up some shit
yeah,
to
but
compensate for the fact that you can't explain this.
yeah, but they just there's no scholarly, no, there's nothing out there to support any of
See,
that
what the
shit
thing about it is that
historically.
this is why I don't argue with religious people, because my thing is, yes, whatever you believe in, yes, it exists for you.
Yeah,
It exists for you. Yes, I'm not about to argue that. Yes, that you created that. Yes,
yeah,
you better live with it. You create a monster.
yeah. You created that whole labyrinth that you
Yes,
have
and you
to.
have to get yourself out of it, because what you did was you buried yourself in your own labyrinth.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you why?
And you
Because you
gave
were
these
so afraid of
other.
the unknown. You were so afraid. This is a coping mechanism for being afraid of the unknown.
Actually, they're afraid of their own selves.
The
So they
unknown.
gave all their power up to something that they feel is greater than them. And, but this thing that they gave their power up to that they feel is greater than them, it's going to devour them.
My
It's
thing
just going to
is,
completely subjugate them.
I'm very genuine in this research that I'm doing, because I've been doing it for years. I've been in damn near every religion. I was a Jehovah Witness. I was in Christianity. I'm the Black Hebrew Israelite. All that. I've been in a lot of different school of thoughts, right? And what
Hmm.
I've noticed is these are agendas by somebody else.
Yeah.
They have nothing to do with no one's salvation. It has nothing to do with you spiritual growth at all. These are all somebody's agenda, and some political agenda too.
Political agendas.
That's all
Yep.
I hear in that shit. And the spiritual shit, the actual spiritual alchemy, and the spiritual esoteric knowledge, they don't even delve into it. They tell you don't even think of that. They tell you to shun that. No, that's the devil. No, no, that's not how you're supposed to interpret that. No. Why? Because they are going to the seminary where they learn how to become a preacher,
Yep.
and they're purposely just like the Hippocratic Oath about in
Hmm.
doctors, right? Because they live in a society that's we are looking at societies, right? The Hippocratic Oath, the doctor societies, the clergy society, right? And it's just like they say, we own the rights to interpret these words the way we feel it's politically expedient for our organization, our movement. That's what they're
So
doing.
so they're putting their own selves up there.
They put themselves up there through the doctrine itself.
Through the doctrine. Yeah.
Through the doctrine itself. Now
Hmm.
they don't have to sit as God, because the doctrine is going people going to flock to the doctrine, right? Even though half the people in the doctrine, they're indoctrinated, but they don't even. This is how you know it's some false shit. It's some evil shit behind it, right?
Hmm.
Everybody who's so called committed to this, people who come to me and be trying to convert me to Christianity, right? I
Hmm.
know the Bible better than you. That's crazy to me. They try to teach me the Bible. I'm like, you're
You
not even
know
reading
the
that
Bible. You
properly.
see, it's not only that not only do you know the Bible better than them, but you know beyond the Bible.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know the esoteric meaning of the scripture. I can read
That's
it
what they're.
esoterically, right? But
Yeah,
not
you
only
can
that,
take them beyond the Bible.
the tenets of Christianity, the tenets of Jehovah Witness, the tenets of all these religions. If I was in them, I would be the most highest person in them shits.
Hmm.
Because I mastered
But
this shit already. Like
yeah,
this shit is easy.
but we have to face it. what all these religions are based on, well, Christianity, is the resurrection.
Right. And it's based on a
Without
cosmology.
that,
And
wi-
guess what? It's based on a cosmology that's older than the one that the cosmology they using in the Bible, right?
mhm,
Is based on an older cosmology and culture that the Bible took pieces of and
and
put it in there.
historicalize, tried to
Huh?
historicalize and turn into historical people.
Right.
So there's two
Right.
bases in the Bible. In the Old Testament is the Exodus. The Exodus is the equivalent of the resurrection in the New Testament. Moses is the Jesus of the Old Testament.
When you
Okay.
saying all this, all you looking at is the political agenda of narcissistic control freaks that are elitists. All that's all I heard.
Yep.
They're narcissistic control freaks that control the people through their religious doctrines.
So if the Exodus never occurred and the Jews were never in Egypt or was kicked out of Egypt or was slaves in Egypt for 400 years. So that pretty much negates any validity in the Torah and the Hebrew religion or Judaism.
Right.
And then in Christianity, if there was no resurrection and if that never happened, then that completely neutralizes the all the in Christianity. And now all it is just dogma and a moral
Control grid.
yeah, moral masturbation.
Right.
Yeah.
Morals are meant to control and inhibit the spiritual growth of the people. Right?
But
Because
then
we say it's immoral to study.
but
Right? Don't go
now
upon your own interpretation. The Bible actually literally says it.
well, what was the original sin? The eating of the fruit of knowledge of good and evil.
Right.
We can eat the fruit from any other tree except for that one tree. And
Right.
so that still goes today. You take that red pill, you're enemy of the state. You're number one enemy of the state. Take the blue pill, you're in. You're cool. In
The
fact, you're so
state
cool.
sponsored are the state sanctioned religions. Period. Right? If they are sponsored by the state, if you can get a 501c3, then you got to understand the agenda now. There is no agenda to actually save people's soul. There is no agenda to actually give spiritual enlightenment. There's no agenda. That's not the agenda. They got a 501c3.
Yeah, there. So what is the agenda? The agenda is
Inhibitor
to
chip,
prohibit to keep
inhibitor
yourself.
chip, and put that inhibitor chip in your head. What is the inhibitor chip? The indoctrination, the cognizant dissonance that come from the indoctrination. No one wants to give in to the all of the evidence presented to them. Oh no, Jesus is not God. And all right, that's an inhibitor chip.
Now they say, but all the prophecies are coming true.
Man, they be reaching. They be reaching, bro. It's embarrassing for them now at this point.
Yeah.
Right? Because at this point, like Jesus made prophecies that didn't come through. Stop it. I'm
Yo,
talking about
yeah.
within the doctrine, of
That,
course. Let's
that
even go at the
apocalyptic.
end of the day, we know Jesus is just a consciousness.
Mhm.
Stop it.
Yeah, yeah. The Jesus in the New Testament making all those apocalyptic prophecies, and not one of them came true. Not one of them came true. None of them.
Right. See, and then the people who try to make it seem, oh, you misinterpreted, try to speak like how we speak, right? when we go into the esoteric, the occult, and all that stuff. They speak how we speak, but they can't do it directly in the public. Cause I spoke to preachers before, and I'll be like, "Oh, that sounds metaphysical." Now you're trying to explain it now again. Now you got to add in your metaphysical shit, right? But guess what? Now if you adding in the metaphysical, you got to give in to all this shit came from the ancient world knowledge, bro. That's all y'all doing is rehashing the shit.
Cherry picking it.
Fuck out of here, man. Stop the bullshit. Y'all rehashing some old ancient knowledge and didn't even present it properly. The Jesus story is the old Heru story. And it's based on astrology.
Yeah.
Cosmology. They're giving you a different understanding than give you a different sophisticated understanding of the cosmology. You understand that? Because at the end of the day, the commoners, right? That whole commoners idea, the commoners. What does that mean? That just mean the people that we indoctrinate. We don't give the knowledge to. We don't give the knowledge to them, so they're commoners.
Yeah,
they become what they call the they become the I mean, not the prototype, but the proletarian. The proletarian, right? The average everyday Joe.
Yeah.
Where did this idea is getting instilled in our heads? Where do we get that? By the control grid system that y'all calling the New World Order, whatever, whatever y'all want to call it. You understand me? But these people, their agenda is to inhibit your powers.
And by doing that, they stay in power.
By doing that, they harness your power. You know what I'm saying? The Matrix movie was a perfect illustration of what's going on. Perfect. They perfectly described it.
They turn you into a battery. They use you as a battery, a Duracell battery.
Basically.
Yeah.
Because we don't even have the divine spark. Because how are they generating this reality through the divine spark?
Through the divine spark.
They can't generate this reality without the divine spark. So they need to have gods not know they're gods.
Well, the gods, that was the whole, the gods had to come down here not knowing that they're gods, period.
Right.
Yeah, we kind of made a contract to come down here to go through this. But while we're down here, the contract is to remember that we are gods, to come back into the remembrance of who
Remember what I spoke about, and nobody's ever speaking about. I'm on the record for being the one who brung this out about how the secret societies were set in place by our ancestors, whatever. Yeah, they will set in order. And guess what? All they're doing is custodial. They're sitting in custodial positions to when we rise back up. And guess what? It's set up like an incentive trust. I keep telling people, what is an incentive trust? An incentive trust is the ancestors said, don't let them know shit. Let them figure it out they goddamn selves. Let them go through all the hardship that they need to go through, that they have to go through to make sure they recognize what the fuck they're doing, what's going on here. That's an incentive. You have an incentive with those to get that. You are still a trust fund. You're still a trust fund, baby. You just you just not directly giving the wealth. It's not just directly giving it to you. You got to work for it.
Yeah, you got to go. You got to finish your 4 years of college.
Yes.
You got to go to college.
You got to go to metaphysical school, man.
Yeah, got to go to metaphysical schools and
learn this metaphysics in depth within your soul that you manifest that reality, because it doesn't happen in the outside within. It goes out. It goes it from the
Inside
outside
out.
going, they go from the inside out. So
Inside out.
whenever you want to manifest, right,
Mm-hmm.
you start manifesting it here first. You start manifesting it in your energy first.
Yeah, well, the key to manifesting is realizing the eternal now. The eternal now. What you're looking to manifest into this now already exists now.
Yes.
It's already there
Yes.
now.
That's a good analogy. I love that.
It's
Right? It already
only the
exists now.
now.
This is going into the
Now.
multi-potentiality reality again. That's an example. What
Yep.
you just said is an example of the multi-potentiality reality, because all the potentials are see what's happening though is you keep on telling yourself the negative potentiality.
Or you
So
keep putting it
you're
off
gravitating more
somewhere
to
in the
those now. You're gravitating more
yeah.
to the negative situation instead of
Or
bypassing. Of course, look, because look, the negative is first because you rising. It's the negative, then the positive. So when you rising, you go you got to go through the adversity. You got to fight through this shit mentally.
and then you got to come to the realization that yeah, we never left. We never really fell. We're just on the other polarity of the same
Yes,
thing.
thank you, thank you, thank you. You just
And
fell from your vibration. You fell from grace a little bit. You
it
didn't
just flipped onto the
right,
night side. You're
right,
still the
right,
same
right,
thing.
right, right. Brahma is
Yeah,
Brahma. We are
yeah,
Brahma. We experiencing Brahma right now. We're just on the
within
dark side of
ourselves.
Brahma. We're on the sleeping
Yeah.
side of Brahma. We're going into the
While
waking
we're
side of
on,
Brahma.
while creation is on the day side of Brahma.
Right,
Yeah, so we have to wake ourselves up while we're in the day.
right. That's the
The
whole
day is a
purpose.
dream. The night side is the
Because
real part.
I I think that's what they meant by divine conscious, not the beyond divine, beyond consciousness and divine intelligence, or the divine darkness
Beyond
intelligence.
consciousness is talking about Ain Soft, Ain Software. These things are not intelligence. They're not none of there is not none of this, but everything here comes from it.
From that, what you
Every
call it intelligence comes from that, right?
yeah,
What we're
intelligence
calling
comes from
intelligence
that.
comes from that, and it's not
Yeah,
intelligence though. It's beyond
it's
intelligence.
not intelligent. It's
It's
beyond
beyond
all
intelligence.
that.
Yes.
Yeah, but what we call intelligence, order, and all that, the positive, the negative, it all comes from that.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's beyond consciousness.
Right. Right. This is
Hmm.
why you can't just be intellectual. If you just intellectual,
Mm-mm.
you don't know what the fuck we're talking about. Anybody who's just intellectual listening to us, they're going crazy right now.
Oh shit, they got left by the bus. The shit. They sitting
And
at a
guess
they
what?
sit,
And guess what? You can't come in here trying to debate us on some intellectual shit.
no, you
That shit
can't.
don't apply. That shit don't
No, it don't
apply.
apply.
Stop it.
Uh-uh.
That shit don't apply. Get the fuck out of here. We're beyond that right now. Y'all, you can still keep on doing that. That's on you. Do you? I'm
Mm-hmm.
not against what
Mm-hmm.
y'all doing. Because y'all gonna be debating for eternity.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all
And
gonna
that
be
debating
debating
shit
for
is your
eternity.
ego. Yeah, and that's just
Right.
your ego.
Oh my God. See, I'm glad you just said that, because that's exactly what
That's
it
your
is.
ego wanting to be right.
Meaning you haven't
Yeah.
conquered that part
Fuck
of
the ego
yourself
being
yet.
trying to be right.
Meaning you haven't conquered that part of yourself yet. We're on that
Yep,
part
that's
where
what
we
that
conquered
means.
that. We beyond that. We beyond that now, and we
Yeah.
know we've grown beyond that now. You
Mm-hmm.
understand me?
Yeah, we've been through all the hardship, the trauma, all the shit that
Look,
you have to go through to get here.
check this out, bro. the brothers in the Moore Science Temple, they going at it with each other, right? They add war intellectually too, a debate, eternal debates,
Oh,
right? So
yeah.
I'm looking at it like, I'm like, damn, because I'm getting more clarity by looking at just experiencing and shit, right? And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
damn, all religion is for people who can't go within themselves and have discipline, have control over themselves enough to put themselves in order. They need something. They need Allah
To
to put
follow.
them in place.
Yeah, they need.
They don't know
Mm-hmm.
how to develop Allah
Because
within and just like, for example, I went into the church early on and it was all about a guilt trip of not falling in line with the interpretations where I looked at it, because it wasn't nothing that was falling in line with nothing about nature and order and things of that nature, right? It was opposite to me.
mm-hmm.
And that was the whole gist,
Yeah,
right? That was the whole gist of and the whole church itself. Think about it. The Jesus actually went against the clergymen in the story.
he went. Jesus didn't have
He's
nothing.
seen their
Well,
political agenda. He's seen Jesus in the story,
the
seeing their political agenda. Remember when
the
he went
Gnostic
into the
Jesus.
temple? Remember when he went into the temple
Mhm.
and flipped over the tables?
Yeah, and
Right?
got the whip and
That
beat
was
the money changers. Well, he was
right.
dead 3 days later. Yeah, his ass was hanging on a cross a few days
Exactly.
later.
Thank you for saying that. They crucified him 3 days later.
Yeah, shit. He was when he flipped that money table over and started whipping them money makers. That was it.
Right. Because they knew
Like, well,
the true essence of the anti-equation of their reality is there. Jesus was
well,
the Jesus itself literally represents the anti-equation of this reality.
yeah. Is anti all of this shit. But
So
they turned
anytime that
Jesus
Jesus
into
go ahead.
they turned Jesus into they turned him into the blesser of this reality, the savior of this
Right.
reality.
They reverse the polarities on our ass of the energy.
Yeah,
They reverse the
yeah.
polarity of the energy on us,
They
which is what they do. And
pussified.
this is a constant ritual that they continue to conduct, is the reversal of the polarity through language. They're doing it through
Yeah.
language. Remember, I told you the dictator of our energies is our own minds. Whatever
Mm-hmm.
they literally talk about it. They got an alpha state of mind and a beta state of mind. In a beta state, you're more acceptable to vibrate lower vibrations. You're more
Mm-hmm.
acceptable to them, right? When you in it, when the TV is on, when you got your TV on, you notice most people they got their TV on 24/7. They never turn that motherfucker off.
Oh man, like I walked in the house and the guy, he was sleeping on the couch with the TV on, and there was this vampire chick. She was froze, but she was coming with the veins and everything. I said I wouldn't be surprised they sending some type of transmitting some
And
shit, some
no,
archonic
don't.
shit coming out of that damn.
What you see? The thing about it is what you just said. It's not theory, bro. It's
Mm-hmm.
actually what's happening. This is how you see so many people in the zombie state. So when you can present fact after fact after fact after fact after fact, and they stay in a zombie state. They stay in a cognizant dissonant state because they're
Yeah,
falling asleep under. They're falling asleep under that goddamn signal that they're sending through that damn TV show. They're falling asleep under that
yeah,
shit.
and all kind of entities are coming through that
That's like a
motherfucker.
lobotomy, bro. It's like a lobotomy, bro.
Yeah,
But to the
and
mind,
it's
though,
like,
not to the physical mind.
spiritual money. It's like it's like they're opening a hole and building a bridge from their world to your world, and they just cross
Woo!
over,
That's a good one. Thank you. That's exactly what they're doing. That's
and
exactly what
then
they're doing.
they can
So
come on
they're
over
going
into your
into
home.
the God realm, getting a glimpse of the God realm through the signal that they're sending to you, and you cultivating that signal within yourself. They get a glimpse of the God realm for a minute through you. Because we're the
Yeah,
temple of God within.
within. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's all
So
through us.
this shit is we can't at this point when you at this level, why would you blame the elite? All of these
Yeah.
people, you notice that to me, the people exposing the corrupt ones or the evil ones are just as
Mm-hmm.
evil as the ones exposing, the ones who expose them.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Yeah, because
Because
now they get you in. That's a new indoctrination.
yes, and they got agendas too. The people exposing people are got they got an agenda too. They're trying to
Yeah,
hoard
sell
people
you their
in a
book.
certain direction too.
Yeah, and they sell you their book.
Right, right,
to,
right, right,
to
right.
keep you coming to their shit. Oh man.
Listen,
See,
man,
it's
listen, listen,
about
listen. Put it like this, bro. The stuff that we're doing on this show, we could get paid millions of dollars to talk about the stuff that we can wrote books and all that. The stuff we talk about on this show. We can, but that's not what we're doing it for. This is just
no.
what the can be a counter to them actually putting out this negative vibration constantly, bro. This is a counter to that. Now you have at least somebody can tune in to what we're saying and at least, you know what I'm saying, get some glimpse of the veil being lifted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they keep on pull the veil. The veil is being lifted. They putting another digital one over your fucking face.
Well, it's real simple. Like we are that quantum computer. We must already have locked in to that reality now where we come out on top, where we evolve past this and they're no longer a part of our reality. That reality exists now.
I think it
And
already
we
have.
are
There was a split, right? There was a split recently where there are two realities right now that simultaneously they split, but some
Mhm.
people exist because what happens is because you are still psychically connected to people still vibrating on a lower level. These realities seem to be blending into each other, but they split
Mm. Okay.
because we still have a psychic connection with those who still vibrating on a low level.
Yeah, we do.
So
Maybe that
it gives the appearance that these still two realities are still together, but they're not.
they're not. No,
We're
they are not.
experiencing simultaneously multi-dimensional because we once in this, for example, for us, for just us, for us, period. We've created the realities through the
Hmm.
rituals we've been doing. We've created
Yeah,
realities, or we're
creating.
creating alternate realities
We're
that's
crashing their
layered.
reality.
We're crashing realities on top of reality.
Yeah, we're crashing the shit that they trying to get going. We're crashing it. We're just
Yes.
blam, just crashing our reality into
Right,
their reality.
right, right,
Yeah.
right, right.
Hmm.
Because
Ramrodding that shit.
if you just consider what we're saying, you're gonna you're gonna play a part in a brick falling off the brick falling off of their construction. You're gonna be a brick that fell off because
Yeah. In
now
other words,
you
we.
tuning in to a frequency outside of that. This is happening, bro. Everyone is becoming a brick off of their construction right now. Why? Because there are so many things that's making them question their reality right now. There's like so many different things that making the individual go into a state of questioning and acquisition, and they're trying to find out some shit right now, bro.
Well,
They're not
that's
taking
that
that
Pluto.
shit from the clergy. They're not. They've out of the spell of the clergymen right now, bro.
This is Pluto in Aquarius, baby.
Is damn.
That's
I got to
Pluto.
study that. I got to study that. Why? Because these astrological realities play themselves out down here in certain
Down here.
realities. It play itself out down here, and you can check it, and you be like, damn, this shit playing out in the cosmos. This, oh
Yeah,
my God.
that Pluto Aquarian energy, man, it's going to retrograde one more time going into the end of the year, but that's going to be the last time Pluto retrogrades out of Aquarius and back into Capricorn before it goes back and stay there for 20 something years. And during those 20 something years, oh shit.
And look, we need to embrace everything that's coming, because all of what's coming is a part of our evolution. Thing that's happening, we need to embrace it. We need to, like, right now, everyone is looking at it from the perspective of their human selves. Stop looking at things from the perspective. Now, of course, we all go into that fluctuation of, some people ain't, because we know we God, we know we beyond God. But you go in, you go fluctuate. Sometimes I fall into my human self, right? But I always remember that that's just a part of who I am. My human self is just a part of who I am. There's a multi-dimensional aspect of.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And you got to ask, when those thoughts coming, you got to realize, is this my thought? Am I the parent of this thought? Or is
listen,
it just,
you thank you for saying that, bro.
I realize,
Why?
not the father,
because we are being bombarded.
Of this bitch.
We are being bombarded with subliminals. We are being bombarded all around us through billboards, through the TV, through the internet, bombarding your subconscious mind. They're bombarding it because they know. Because they know magic is convincing your subconscious. If you convince your subconscious of it, it comes true. That makes you question what is true. What is the truth now? What is the truth? What is the truth?
There is no truth. There is, everything is half truths and half lies.
Everything is in constant flux. Everything is a constant flux. That's the truth.
Constant flux.
Constant flux.
That's the truth. Yeah.
Get your last words in, brother.
Yes. Last words. Well, again, you are your own hero, your own hero. Be your own hero. Don't wait for nobody else. If you do, you become a zero. And today's 420. Happy birthday to me.
Oh, happy 420. Yeah, I forgot about that. It is happy 420, y'all.
Yeah.
And guess what? And guess what else it is too? It's Hitler's birthday. Happy birthday, Hitler.
Yeah, me and Hitler. Mm-hmm. That's my homie. He bummed all the slave traders. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We're gonna probably get blackballed for that right there. We're gonna probably get blackballed for that.
Yeah, we go.
They're gonna be on our ass for that one.
Mm-hmm.
But that if y'all do, that just shows how weak y'all are. That shit weak, man. When y'all what they say?
They say Hitler bummed all the slave traders states. They're anti-Semitic. They're
anti-Semitic. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Anti-Semitic. Fuck out of here with that weak ass political. Y'all they are very shameless with that. At this point, it's like when y'all say anti-Semitic, man, y'all gotta be shameless at this point because people see through y'all
Well,
bullshit at this point.
well, this, they're trying to, like Bobby Hemmett said, these people put themselves in somebody else's spot, trying to put themselves in history and in prophecy. Okay, if you're not the real thing, and you're trying to conjure up your Messiah or whatever, and you're not the real thing, guess what kind of Messiah you gonna get? Are you gonna get the real thing, or are you gonna get the fake one? If you the
Hell,
fake one, you gonna get the
wow,
fake one.
that's
Yeah.
a good point.
If you're the real one, you're gonna get the real one.
You're gonna conjure whatever your energy has within it. Whatever energy you have
Yep.
within you, that's what you're gonna conjure.
Hmm.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
So if y'all are the real people, you have nothing to worry about. You don't have to say shit. All you gotta do is just sit there, just put your hands folded. Yeah, watch, motherfuckers. But if you're not the real people, be nervous. Be
Be
very
nervous.
nervous.
Be very fucking nervous. Because y'all fucking
Yeah.
with some energy that's incomprehensible to you. It's like it's beyond your, it's
Gonna
over your pay grade.
fuck
Or
you
beyond
up.
your pay grade. Y'all
Yep.
fucking around with some shit.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
yeah, that was
So,
get your last word then, brother.
hey, happy 420, man. Uh, 59, baby. 59 on 420.
Oh, today your birthday too? Your born day?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh,
Me
happy
and
born
him.
day, bro. Born day.
Happy
Happy
born
born.
day.
See, born today is your born day, not your birthday. Today is your mother's
Yeah.
birthday.
Yeah. Okay.
It's your
Well,
born day. You were born today. You weren't
this is
birthed
my
today.
this incarnation, my being incarnated into this world day.
Right. You was born today. You didn't have a baby today.
Yeah, I was born today. Yeah, okay. Yes.
Your mama had a baby today, so
My mom has a,
it's her
yeah, my
birthday.
mother. It
It's
was
her
her
birthday.
her,
Yeah,
her birthing me day.
she birthed you.
Birthing yeah, she birthed me
I
today.
mean, that's crazy because I used to think about that. I'm like, that makes no sense at all. Like, I had to think about that. Like, yeah, birthday. No, I wouldn't. I didn't have no baby today.
Well, if you we're birthing babies, we're having babies all the time. Mind childs, a
Oh
dream
yeah, you
child.
pray. You're. Yeah. I mean, of course. I'm
That
pregnant
shit.
right now in my mind.
Yeah,
I'm about to
I'm
have a
pregnant.
baby in a minute in my mind. I'm talking about
Hmm.
mental baby.
Yeah, and you ever had a dream child, a great dream child, and when it starts working and somebody come and kill it?
Wow, I never had that
Yeah,
before.
I have. I had my dream child. Shit,
Right,
man, it's like losing a real kid.
right, right.
Yeah.
But yeah, my last words is reality is literally what you make it, and you're making your own hell on earth right now. We have to bring heaven down to earth and create a heaven on earth, right?
Well, heaven is within, hell is within too.
I mean, we can fluctuate between the vibrations all we want, but what I'm saying is we in control of the vibration. We in control of the
Yeah.
state of reality, vibrational, energetically, however you want to say. You're in control of it. And I keep telling people this, and it seemed like they have to resort back to all the stuff that they taught you in indoctrination school. That shit was indoctrination, man. If you
Yeah.
really want to study, become self-taught, right?
Hmm.
Go do your own studies. Like with
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
I'll
See,
say, go ahead.
there's no one there to give you a certificate or a grade, but you and life.
Right. If that was your agenda to get a certificate and grade anyway, that you missing the whole point anyway. So
Even though you do get one from life. Well,
All right, Islam.
yeah, we'll see you next week, America.
Order out of chaos, chaos out of order.